If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 72 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. Unfortunately, the board have turned us down initially for some extra funds, so of course I'm just going to ask them again for a fee that's just a little bit less. As you can see, though, continuing to get bids for Kwesi Appiah as we head into another transfer window. Seems to happen every window, and every window we say no because he's my best striker and he scores all of our goals. But of course, Fabian Casado has been stepping up to the plate recently, scoring the goals that Tom Elliott has ceased to score. So hopefully we can move Tom Elliott on in this window. I asked for $1 million, they turned that down, so I'm going to ask for £750,000. And we'll see what they say to that. They keep saying, in our current financial situation, we can't afford to give you the money. But obviously, I don't know what the financial situation is at the club because there's no way to tell. So I don't know what's an appropriate fee to ask for. So it's a case of just continually asking for smaller and smaller fees until they say yes. But we get an offering for Matteo Lanzoni, and I wasn't initially thinking about letting him go, but I really want some money, to be completely honest, and he's one of the more easily or more readily replaceable players in the squad. So I'm going to try and get a counter offer for Bari if I possibly can. He is Italian, Matteo Lanzoni, so might be keen on a move going back to his homeland. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. We are continuing to get a lot of offers in, for Fabian Casado, though. Obviously, Kwesi has had most of the attention, but now that 19-year-old Casado has burst onto the scene and proven that he's a top goal scorer already, he's actually getting quite a few bids in, and I'm finding myself getting more bids for him than I am for Kwesi, which is obviously, having seen the way that this series has gone so far, quite strange. But it's Tom Elliott alongside Kwesi Appiah in this opening game of the episode, with Halloran out wide and Pernilla out wide as well. I'm starting a few rotation players here because we did have a game just a couple of days ago in the last episode, so wanted to make sure that everybody was fit and raring to go. Kwesi was slightly tired for this one, but obviously I preferred to play him on kind of 90% fitness than James Wilson on 100% fitness, with the way that he's been playing on loan so far this season. Actually been really disappointed with James Wilson in this loan spell. Obviously in the Manchester United career mode that I stream at the weekends on FIFA, unfortunately he was amazing in that, but here not quite so much. But luckily for me, 10 minutes in, we didn't need a striker to score a goal because it was Christian Pernilla, our winger, that popped up with the first goal of the game in the 10th minute. Bristol City were playing quite a defensive formation as well. It was a 5-3-2, and we caught them on the attack here. Obviously, they were going to try and utilise the wide areas with the wing-backs pushing on. Got a good tackle in there from Williams, but Ricky Ring is going to play the ball just into space, and always bet on Kwesi to race onto those. Gets away from the defender, just manages to squeeze it underneath the goalkeeper as he comes out. Defender did his absolute best to put him off, but it wasn't enough. So we do make it 2-0 just before half-time, and we're still 5 minutes before the break when we're going to get the next chance. Tommy Elliott on the ball, holding the ball up well, which is kind of all he's good for these days in the Championship. Really not cut out for this level, but Senyorelli gets the ball into Riku Ring, links up well with Kwesi, and again just going to aim for that space in behind with the pace. Works really well, and he fires it into the top corner to make it 3-0 just before the break, and a quite spectacular celebration as well. On top of that, he doesn't normally celebrate like that, Kwesi, but this time he did, and that gave us a 3-0 win, or 3-0 lead, and a convincing lead, looking for the win. But Kwesi doing the hold-up play this time around, and Riku Ring is going to look for just a run. Kept looking for the space in behind this Bristol City defence because there was loads of it, and Tommy Elliott finds himself getting on the score sheet for the first time in forever. Lovely run by Riku Ring, who actually doesn't have that much pace, but just burst into the spaces behind their defence, and we made it 4. Tom Elliott getting on the score sheet for the first time in a long time, but Matteo Lanzoni involved. It might be his last game for the club, who knows. Senyorelli into Pernilla out wide, who was having a good game. Kwesi goes on the run again, looking for that space in behind. It seems to just work, I guess, in this particular game, but Kwesi gets lucky there with getting the ball back. But Tom Elliott with actually a very clinical finish, so GG to him. 5-0 the score in the 77th minute, and that was how the game was going to end. I didn't see the scoreline like that coming in a game with Bristol being, or at least starting off with such a defensive formation, but we needed that. We really needed that. After the way the past couple of episodes have gone and the way we needed to start putting some form together, that 5-0 win couldn't have come at a better time. Putting in a counter offer again for Bari of £550,000 for Matteo Lanzoni. They came back with an offer of 425, so we'll have to wait and see what they say this time around. Again, the board rejected my approaches for some extra money, so I'm going to ask for 500k this time rather than 750, and we'll see what they say. And then we started to get some more offers from Michael Woods. He's not really been a standout performer for us. But obviously the first offer of the transfer window in the last episode was for Michael Woods. Get another one here from Celtic for him, and another from Almeria over in Spain. Initially going to start rejecting these, but and another from Spain, from Elche, but I'm not too sure whether I might be tempted to move him on. It's a strange one. And another offer from Wigan. So clearly he's a popular lad. Again, I'll reiterate, I'm not really too sure why. He's not been performing overly well. He's just a bog standard run-of-the-mill central midfielder, but apparently he's very popular with clubs in Spain and around our level, with Wigan offering us some money as well. But of course we head into the next game, which is an FA Cup game. So if we can win it, the money raised, and of course you get a bonus for transfer budget bonus for progressing in the cup. So hopefully if we can win it, we get a bigger budget raise, and we can put that all into the wage budget and try and get ourselves a new signing, or at least put that money towards getting ourselves a new signing. Casada starting up top again in this one, so he's back into the starting lineup. Hopefully he can have the same sort of impact that Tom Elliott did in the previous game, although obviously Birmingham beat us to the title last year in League One, and actually the team we just played, Bristol City, were the team that came up with us from the League One as well. So we know what Birmingham are all about. They beat us once last year, I think, and we beat them once last year, although it may have been a draw and a victory our way. I can't quite remember, but of course we're obviously going to start off on the front foot, being at home and in the cup, and I'm not really too sure how Randolph has kept that out. Lovely run by Casada, squares it across, and unfortunately the goalkeeper comes out with a really top save. So we stay at 0-0 for now. Obviously on the back of a 5-0 victory, I was hoping to keep that run of form going, but Sam Wood breaks into the box here. Not the best of finishes though from Kobe Arthur. Really wanted to keep that down if he wanted to make sure that that was going to go on target, but he kind of snatched at it and it flew high and wide. Still in the first half though, was actually quite an entertaining game, this one. Jordan Graham's going to square it across to Ryan Donaldson, look for some space for a shot, can't find it, gets it to Michael Woods, who gets it to Casada, gets the shot in, and again, I don't know how Randolph has been able to keep that ball out and stop it from going across the line. Incredible goalkeeping here from him. The second shot was just trickling over the line before the defender got back to it, but we're still on the attack, still trying to get ourselves in front. Again, Donaldson, lovely fake shot, turns inside, but can't even find the target this time. So the shooting is getting worse so far. We need a goal, and what a perfect time to get one if we could. Right on the stroke of half time, Fabian Casada picks the ball up, drives around the outside of the defence, but a good save by Randolph gets it out for a corner. The chance is still not dead though. We are going to get the time to whip the corner in before the half-time whistle goes, and it comes from Jenkins Chikoe. Up goes our best defender, Paul Downing, and that makes it 1-0 in stoppage time at the end of the first period. Delighted to finally get the ball past Randolph in goal, and we get the lead. But Birmingham started the second half on the front foot and definitely started the better side. Hancock gets it to Riley. They get a little bit lucky with the way it breaks to Wes Thomas, but there's nothing lucky about the finish. A very, very clinical finish from the penalty spot into the bottom corner, rifles it in, and they're immediately back on level terms as we started the second half, 5 minutes after the break, and it's all square again. But Kobe Upper's going to try and break away here, gets it into Wes Thomas, but Ryan Donaldson tracks back well, squeezes it into Kwesi Appiah, going to get it out wide to Jordan Graham. Actually, on loan, Graham has been very good for us this year. Gets it back to Kwesi, the space is going to open up for a shot or the pass, decides to go for the turn, get inside the box, gets the shot away, and I don't know whether you saw from the way he took that shot, but that is one of the best finishes I've ever seen, under pressure from the defender, and you see him skip past the challenge, he dives in, jumps up, and the ball's actually behind him. He kind of has to lean forward and then scoop his left foot back to get that out of his feet, but to get it into the corner the way he does as well is actually incredible. Fantastic finish from Kwesi Appiah, and that gives us a 2-1 win and progression through to the next round of the FA Cup. So delighted with that, obviously, and we're going to take the money that we raise from that to go towards our transfer budget. And as you can see, Bari have accepted the counter offer of £550,000 from Matteo Lanzoni, so it looks like he's going to be on his way out. So we're going to use the money raised from that and the money raised from bringing in the, of course, the extra money from winning in the FA Cup to go towards bringing in a replacement for Matteo Lanzoni. We need a right back, and hopefully we'll be able to bring one in. Again, more offers for Casada and Michael Woods. This one actually is a very big offer for Casada, 1.4 million, almost twice what he's worth. And then we do get twice what he's worth, 1.5 from Bradford City. But I'm still continuing to reject them all. They're coming from everywhere. Atalanta, coming from Italy, coming from Spain, coming from League One, coming from the Championship. It was really just one of the most sought-after players in world football right now. But £400,000 is what we're asking the board for this time around. I even said we'll gain automatic promotion. Just please give me some money, board. As you can see, Matteo Lanzoni has gone now to Bari, so he'll be on his way to Italy, and we'll use that money to try and bring in a replacement for him. Unfortunately, the board have now just stopped responding to my appeals for some more money, so I don't really know what's going to happen there. But as you can see, we have managed to free up about £9,500 or so to be able to bring in some players. Mehdi Zafane is a player that's available on a pre-contract, so he can't bring him in right now, but he would be incredible to bring in next season. So I'm looking for him to bring in for the start of the 4th season, and we're also looking at Mario Pineda here, as you can see, to perhaps bring him in as a pre-contract, not even a pre-contract player, rather as a free agent to come in right now. Still getting bids from Michael Woods, and I decided to put a counter offer in just to test the waters, because obviously if we could get £1.5 million or even above £1 million for him, then I'd be absolutely delighted, and obviously we could adequately replace him for that amount of money. But we'll have to wait and see what Toulouse and Chesterfield say. Not really too sure what they will say, but an adequate replacement could be Luke Berry. Obviously, if you're a Cambridge United fan, you'll know that he left Cambridge last season in real life as we got promoted out of the conference into League 2 to go and join League 1 Barnsley. Now, he's available on a pre-contract as well, so he wouldn't join until next season if he does sign that contract. So we are looking at 2 players right now that would come in next year and a player that would come in right now. Unfortunately, Mehdi Zafani rejected my initial offer, saying he didn't think I could pull through on the squad role of crucial first-team player. He would most definitely be my crucial first-team player, my first-team right-back, but apparently he doesn't think I can pull through on that. So we'll offer him important first-team player, and in the next episode tomorrow we'll find out whether he accepts or not. But right now, as you can see, the win in the league and the progression in the cup leave us 25 games in and 1 point off the top of the table and 2 points inside the automatic spots, with Norwich breathing hotly down our tails. As you can see, though, goal difference is in our favour, but, well, only with Norwich, actually. QPR actually have better goal difference, but if they're to lose and we're to draw, then obviously the goal difference would either be in our favour or slap-bang level at 26 apiece. So, or 25 apiece, sorry. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in tomorrow's episode with regards the next round of the FA Cup, and with regards the next, well, just any transfers. Please, board, give me some money. But like I say, they've stopped replying to my emails, so I don't know what's going to happen there, but we're going to have to try and make the most of the money we got from the Matteo Lanzoni deal and try our best to move on someone else. Hopefully, we'll get an offer in for Tom Elliott, but I've got a few players on the transfer list, and everyone's bidding for players that aren't on the transfer list, and no one's bidding for the players that are. So I'm in a weird position right now, but hopefully we'll be able to get some movement on the transfer window in tomorrow's episode. But that'll bring today's to a close. So thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. We'll be streaming FIFA 15 tonight as well, so check the Twitch link in the description down below, and follow me on Twitter as well to stay bang up to date with everything that happens with me on the YouTube and the Twitch channels. But for now, I'll see you next time.